Well, hi everyone. You're watching the Let's Talk Variety Show, and my name is Andy Asher.
My name is Laura Leone, and today is Halloween, or All Hallows Eve, and it dates back to ancient times. In the modern era, it's actually still the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter.
Talk about subscribing. Just click on that subscribe button below.
And please click the little notification bell.
And since we were talking about Halloween, it has become the unofficial start of the holiday season. A lot of stores and buildings are decorated. Most of the supermarket tabloids this week feature holiday food and gift ideas.
Speaking of gift ideas, books for children are always popular, and I have a book called Conscious Kid Adventures with Zane. It won Book Fest awards, and you can see that if you just search Laura Leone Book Fest on Google. And I'm very excited to bring out my next book, a space-themed picture book for kids. So, I really love shopping for books now, and I can really appreciate them, especially as a children's author. And now I love to go directly to the authors. I can find them on social media and get signed copies, and so I think that's really special. And I love to interview them, but now I'm collecting signed copies that and hoarding them a bit.
Yeah, I think your last book that I read, I loved it. It really is explained to kids in a way I think they understand, and it's something that young people can early adopt in their life and use those tools for the rest of their life.
Yeah, that was my hope, and kind of like have a little coping skills with meditation. So I'm glad you liked it, Andy.
I think the reason children's books have become so popular is because they are much more relevant than way back in my day. Back then, there were literally books called Dick and Jane, and they were so dull. So I'm glad that you and others are publishing great children's books. And it just so happens one of my favorite actors just released a children's book. He is Bob Odenkirk, best known for his role as Saul Goodman in the television series Breaking Bad and its spin-off Better Call Saul.
Nothing takes me back to sitting in that chair with two kids reading books or talking to them like looking at these old poems that we did together. Mm-hmm. So I would the book encourages kids to write and to have fun with words. But I hope it also encourages parents and grandparents to grab a piece of paper and write a poem with your kids. Because 15 years from now, you'll read that, you'll see what the kid wrote, because the kid wrote a lot of the lines, and you will just go right back in time to sitting with them.
Bob Odenkirk, along with illustrator daughter Erin Odenkirk, released the children's book of poetry, Zillet, and Other Important Rhymes. Meantime, for those of you who love nostalgia and are old enough to remember, a new documentary is out about the folk singer and activist. It's Joan Baez, I Am Noise, that is filled with old memories.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around and turn me around.
There'll always be some regret no matter when I quit.
Turn me around, keep on walking.
Demons still come and go a little tiny bit, but not the way they used to.
Gonna build a brand new world.
Somebody asked me which decade I like. I said this one.
At 82, Baez is plain-spoken about her early fame and her devotion to Bob Dylan, and does not let herself off the hook when her son admits to feeling her absence while she was touring the world. It's in the theaters right now.
And Andy, as much as the holidays are a festive time, it can be a very stressful time, as we all know. Are there any answers here? Recently, Andy here spoke with someone who understands and specializes in helping others, which I feel is so amazing, because we need that, especially during the holidays and ramping up. His name is David Essel, and he struggled for many years before creating a program about positivity and turned around the lives of millions of people. Here is Andy's interview with David Essel.
How does that translate into people over 50 like me?
Yeah, and like me, Andy.
Yeah.
So, what it does is a couple things. First of all, if we can understand that elite athletes go through those challenges, these challenges we're talking about, maybe people take a little bit of pressure off ourselves when we're struggling. Maybe we'll see this as part of the human condition. And, you know, if they're struggling, my Lord, for me to struggle when I'm not making $20 million a year, there's one of the reasons that I love it when non-athletic individuals or people who aren't professional athletes read it, you know, because we want to give them hope. We also want them to see, hey, if my favorite player is raising his or her hand saying, I need mental health help, maybe it's okay that I do it too.
So is that sort of a message that you're trying to convey so that people with many, many years of life experiences can learn from it? Tell me about that.
Yeah, because when you have people like young stars raising their hand and saying, I need help with depression, I need help with anxiety, I need help with ADD, you know, it gives us, as we've aged out of the sports arena maybe, it gives us that incentive. And that's what I want. That's the message for the general public.
You know, one of the people that I really respected for how he came out, if you will, is Michael Phelps, because he basically, I saw ads on television where he was promoting the need for mental health, and he suffered from problems like that. You don't hear that from pros that often.
You know, Andy, you don't, and I'm getting chills right now because I write about the very thing that you're saying. You know, in the book we talk about Simone Biles, and Michael Phelps was the announcer, one of the main announcers when she was saying, I can't compete, I can't compete. And during those Olympics, he came out and said, I have to tell you, I felt the same depression, anxiety that Simone is. I made some choices to not deal with it that got me in trouble. And then when I finally learned how to deal with these mental health issues, everything changed.
Well, hey, listen, David, thank you so much.
And David Essel's new book, Mental Mastery and Maximum Performance for Professional Athletes, he says many of the same lessons apply to all of us.
And don't forget to subscribe. You know, Laura, we talk about this all the time, but it's just great because subscribers get to find out what's going on, and if there's something that they want to see, they've already subscribed and it's there. So there's all kind of good reasons to subscribe.
Definitely, and make sure you hit the little notification bell. Even I forget to.
Laura, it's good to have another